What's happening, people? It's your boy Ashley. If you haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe. So today's video, I'm just going to talk about a random subject: bailiffs. I can't stand them. They're scumbags, absolute fucking scumbags. So I just want to voice my opinion about bailiffs and just give you some education about bailiffs and their rights, etc. Well, as much as I know anyway. Like I said, you do have to agree with me. It's just my opinion and just what I've read and stuff I know already. So you got to remember with the bailiffs. So if you've got an unpaid parking charge, if you've got an unpaid parking fine, unpaid PCN, you have to remember that this is not a criminal matter. This is a civil dispute, a civil matter, either from a private company or from the council. You have to realise as well, you haven't endeavoured into a formal contract. You haven't signed any contract, you haven't agreed to any contract. This is according to their terms that you've agreed to it, which is absolute utter rubbish and bullshit. Do not fucking believe in the propaganda. And also, another thing, when they take you to court, you are aware that the court they take you to is not a proper court. It's an admin office tribunal court based in Northamptonshire, Northampton Court, where it's basically a sorting office where they deal with tribunals, parking fines, CCJs, and there's no lawful judge or lawful positions in that particular court. So basically there is no one who works in the law at a certain level in that court. So everyone that works in there, they work in the sorting office or admin office, and that's the court they go through. So when they keep scaremongering you saying you've been took you to court, that's a court which you go through. You go through an admin office. So there's no judge, there's no legal jurisdiction in that court. It's just an admin office, sorting office. So let's just get one thing clear. And another thing is, when you ask a bailiff for a warrant, 9 times out of 10 they can't provide it. I wonder why. Because they haven't got a fucking warrant. Let me excuse my language. They should have a warrant from a judge from a county court. That's the only way they can possibly action this particular charge. And bailiffs, they can't enter your property unless you let them in. They can't take away any goods unless the goods are outside your drive. So if you've got a vehicle, park it away. So there's only so much they can do. And what will happen is the bailiffs will keep trying and trying and trying, and then eventually it'll go back to the council, and then the council will have an option to take you back to court. But of course they won't win the case because you haven't signed a contract to agree the terms in the first place, and it's just not worth it for them. So they just keep sending you scaremongering letters to propaganda you to pay these charges, and also they keep adding charges every single time without showing you the cost breakdown, without showing you where these extra charges are coming from, which is ridiculous. Because when you go to court, you should only pay a certain amount of the actual penalty. So when they keep adding costs, it's actually not even illegal. It's just illegal. So anytime a bailiff comes to your door, you need 2 words, and that is fuck off. That's all you need to tell a bailiff is fuck off. Unless the police are involved, or it's a high court warrant, so i.e. so it's gone to the High Court and it's signed by a judge, then yeah, fair enough. But until that happens, you keep your ground and you do not get peer pressure. They are bully boys, and they work on trying to intimidate you to get money out of you. They're like blood from a fucking stone. Anyway, rant over. Like I said, you do have to agree with me. This is just stuff I know. Peace.